I mean, Aaron already said he was a bitch. I mean, that's his best friend. His best friend told me to my face, he's a bitch right now. So, in other words, he's on the bottom, not the top. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying when I say that, but he's on the bottom and not the top.
Wait, he's gay?
I'm questioning the same thing. But the pictures that I've seen is very questionable.
Pictures of him?
And Zico.
Over the past 6 months, she have been given so many titles. Some call her the American sister-in-law, others call her a homewrecker. Today, we will be chatting about it all on Love TV with Star Dash herself.
2024.
Is Star Dash your real name?
It's not my legal name, but hey, it's nothing to change a name, right?
True. I feel you. So, let's talk about this, right? When did the affair start?
I say it started maybe March, mid-March, maybe before then.
When was the first time you met him?
I met them back in September of last year, 2022, it would be.
What was the scene?
I was walking out promoting the business, just doing my daily routine. It was a new business. I had just opened up in September. So it was a very new business. I wasn't in business very long. So at this point, I was in a new area, new location. I was constantly out marketing. I had also started school full-time for esthetician to add on to my certifications. So I was just out walking the plaza. It's multiple locations in the plaza.
Did he approach you first? So what was the scene? What happened?
I was walking the plaza. I seen a couple. I'm like, hey, let me give you guys my card. I'm a new business in the area. I'm a licensed nail technician, esthetician, and so forth and so on. I would love to be able to service you guys. I was talking to the wife at that time, but I did see Sir.
Cece. Cece's
Yeah.
the wife. So you gave them your card, and then what happened after?
Well, when I was giving her the car, she was inquiring more about my services and so forth and so on. And I was like, yeah, I'm right here located in the plaza. I'm over in the Phoenix Salon Suites. You guys can definitely come check me out whenever you get the opportunity to, so forth and so on, about my discounts, my referral offers, and so forth and so on. At that point, she's like, I'm so interested. I want to come get my manicure. My hubby, he just come here, so I want to get his manicure and pedicure. I said, oh, why, great. I'm going to be walking the plaza for another 30 minutes. She said, I'm going to go shopping at the SW. Cool, fine. She said, I want to come right over. I said, well, if I'm not there, please call the number.
Okay.
And that's what she did.
And she called a number. Did you provide your service the same day?
I did. I was so honored. I was so honored that they kept their word. She actually came through. She checked out my business. I made sure they have a pleasant experience. So, yeah.
And what service did you give him that day?
A manicure and a pedicure, as well as her a manicure.
Okay, so the first day that you met him, right? Did you feel anything? Because sometimes you see you meet a person, it's like that instant connection. It's like something is like, ooh, was it like that, or like?
When I was promoting to them, I seen that he was very intrigued.
What do you mean when you say intrigued? For my audience that don't know what that means.
I wish I had enough space because y'all would have known I would have got up and twerked this ass. But.
Listen, twerk. Listen, we can push the table, okay? This is
yeah, because I
TV.
feel like the mic all in my way. I can't
even
you
can move the mic. You can do whatever you want. Whatever you want. This room is yours.
Well, y'all know that I come from a well diverse background. I mean, I've been in government. I've lived the lifestyle. I know there's plenty of occupations.
Right.
But one I'm well versed in is enticing men. And I don't have to do it intentionally. It's naturally. So yes, I did.
Wait, give me some tips, cause I'm trying to get a ring before the end of this year. So
we can get you a couple of rings,
girl. If you can, come on, like give me some tip. Come on.
I'm serious. It's definitely natural for me.
So was there a connection between you and him when he came later on for his service? Was there a connection?
It was connection instantly. When I was promoting, it was definitely a connection instantly. I didn't expect them to come. I didn't expect it, but I was very honored.
Of course.
I love what I do. Okay. I don't do anything just for money. I do everything by passion. But when they came, I was very like happy and pleased, and that's just what it was, you know. But when he see me, I can tell. I just ignored it because I wanted my money.
So was it a look that he gave you a certain look?
He looked me up and down a couple of times, and I looked at him like, "Are you crazy? Your wife right here." But you know, I just, like I said, I put it to the side, and I just wanted my money.
Okay, so when did everything start? Like, and how did it start? Because I really want to know, because I hear a lot of stories, and I just want to hear from you. That's why we're doing this. We're chatting
So
today.
I feel like it started the day he seen me. I feel like he had his intentions set. He's very meticulous. As far as in like everything he do is very strategic. Like he's the type to play fool to gain wisdom. So with that being said, his first initiation when seeing me, it was very like, oh yeah, I like, you know. So from that, when they actually came, he already set the intentions. He already knew what he wanted, and he didn't meet his barber until the day they came and see me.
Oh.
So he wasn't in that plaza before that day.
So that was his first day in the plaza?
That was his first day in the plaza.
Okay.
And that was his first day meeting the acquaintance of the barber.
Okay.
Which he started seeing at that point.
Okay.
Because that's when he eventually gained interest in this particular barber. I mean, for me, it seems ironic because I didn't have any foul intentions. I honestly, genuinely was worried about my money.
So let me get this right. He came back.
6 months later.
No, let's talk about the first day when he came for the service.
It
you
was the
got
same
the
day.
service done. Did y'all exchange number or
No.
any source of?
When I gave them the phone, she put her information in.
Okay.
So I didn't have his information.
So when he came back for the service and you know, performed the service.
He bumped into me in the hallway.
He bumped into you in the hallway. And what was the interaction?
It was like, I looked at him and I didn't know who he was.
Did you think he was cute?
I thought he was fine as fuck.
I know you thought so. I can see in your eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it is what it is.
All right. So, and you, what was the service you gave him again?
A manicure and pedicure.
A manicure and pedicure. You did that, and then
I didn't see them after that.
okay.
And she gave me a shallow tip. So she wasn't really feeling me like she say.
What do you mean a shadow tape?
Like she gave me a $10 tip. But, you know, they were also debating about finances and who was going to be paying and why she was making it seem as if she was paying. So.
But someone said she came to your business. She showed love. You know,
She didn't
came
show
back.
love. She gave a $10 tip. I have clients that gave me $50 tips
but
for a service of $25.
A lot of people appreciate that because she didn't have to
$10 tip.
Yeah, girl.
As a nail technician, I'm doing double services. Normally, when you have a $10 tip, it's because you did one service. In the nail industry, when I do nails, manicure, pedicure, natural, I get $20 tip.
Girl, she came back. She didn't have to come back. Listen, when you
She didn't come
when
back.
you was passing your card around, right?
She didn't come back.
She
came
back.
one time.
But she let her husband come back.
No, she didn't let shit.
So you think he did that on his own?
On his own terms.
The first day?
No, the first day.
Yeah.
She was there.
Exactly. I feel like.
But when he returned,
okay,
whose initiation was it? Because according to her, he didn't like the other barbers. So he supposedly found interest. So I kind of feel set up. He found interest, supposedly, in this particular barber that was in the same building I was in. But supposedly he didn't realize it was the same building. That's bullshit.
Okay, so what you're saying now is that he knew you was in that building.
He knew I was in that building.
He saw you the first time.
Out that particular
and he
barber.
made a mark on you.
Absolutely.
And he wanted to get you.
Absolutely. And it took almost 6 months for him to actually dig his claws in me.
Wow.
Yeah.
6 months.
6 months.
So what was he doing over the 6 months?
I have
to
no
get
idea.
You?
I just know that when we bumped into each other, I didn't know who he was. I didn't take time to remember who they were. She gave me a $10 tip. Why would I remember you? And then you were not a consistent client.
Girl, you're blowing my mind with this $10
I'm sorry.
tip. It's a tip. It's $10.
I told you, yeah, it's the $10 for me because you could have gave me. It was 2 services. I did his service for his mani and pedi, and then I did her manicure. It was jail. So yeah, you could have gave me a $30 tip, $10 on yours and $20 on his. But because they were having a dispute on who's paying and why she's coming off as she's the only one that's paying and having a whole argument about it, Of course.
But okay, let me ask you a question, right? Didn't that alarm you that this man and his woman together and he's not paying? He's going back and forth with his wife about, a service that he just, received from you. Didn't that alarm you that they're going back and forth over finance? That's not the type of dude you want to, entertain?
No, it was, for me, it was like, you're disrespectful.
Who is?
Her. Like, you're disrespectful. You're sitting in here in my shop. For one thing, you can have this conversation outside of my business.
Correct.
You don't need to let me know that you guys are debating on who was really the breadwinner. That's not my business.
True.
And so when they tried to drag me into it, my response was, I don't care who's paying. I want my tip. I want my money. So I'm going to be nice to whoever. That's a business model.
Okay,
You
so
be nice to
what
whoever.
what tip do you feel like is reasonable enough for a service?
It was $30 at least for both of them.
$30?
Yeah.
Over what? Okay.
And
how much did you charge them for the service that they got?
his service was at least $130, and
And-
hers was at least $50.
50.
Yeah, so together that is what, 6, 7, 8. That's $180.
180. And she gave her $10 tip. I mean, I understand me personally, for me, I wouldn't mind getting paid even if you don't tip me. As long as you pay me for my service, that's all that
That
matters.
wasn't even 10%.
Listen, I wouldn't mind. Like, you understand me? But listen, when you dealing with someone like CC, she's 70K. Like, she got 70K
That
in
means
her
you have no
account
problem
or
blessing
more,
other
right?
people, because when you have the ability to be a positive impact to the economy, when you have money, I don't want the money just for me. I want the ability to be infectious to the community in a positive manner.
Which community?
All. Because I don't see race. I don't see color. I see a species. I see a spirit. I see a human. I see a person that is still equipped to go through any trial in life. So if I have 70K and I see you're a small business owner, I'm going to support you as such, especially if you give me the praises that you gave me. Then yeah, I would have tipped you better, and I would have continued to to be a patron.
Okay,
to your business.
if she would have tipped you better, would you have slept with her man? Shady.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Because you seem very upset that she gave you $10 tip, girl. Because that $10 hurt your feelings. You understand me? And Cece, with that 70K, you should have given her, a little
You're a
bit more.
millionaire. What's going on?
Yeah, like, what's going on, Cece? What's going on, sis? Get some, a little bit more. What's like that?
All right, so like I said, when he came, I see plenty of men.
Nothing new to you.
No, it's not. It's. I can wake up and get myself together, and I can book 50 men.
Just like that.
Just like
when
that.
you say book 50
and it's no
men,
exaggeration. Right? It's like literally, they see me. Hi, how you doing, beautiful? Da-da-da. Take my number. And when you clock into work, you clock into work, because it's a balance of managing the connections you have with people in business.
What do you mean when you say clock into work? Because there's a lot of misconception out there.
So clock into work is basically when I say, like, I can meet men, it's no problem. But to maintain the man is where you have the dilemma. A lot of times, some men you don't want to entertain because maybe he's not really contributing a lot.
So you prefer when a man contribute?
Of course.
So why didn't that trigger you when you saw Richman couldn't pay for something that he just, like, that's a man standing with his wife.
It didn't trigger me. You want to know why?
Why?
Because when she tried to insult him in such degree in front of someone else, he made it clear, like, I bring money to the table.
Okay.
And he made sure of that. I mean, as time went on, I seen that he brought money to the table.
So let's talk about, okay, so the first time y'all met, it was when his wife was there. The second time, well, that was the first time when he came to get the service. The second time, y'all bumped in the hallway. Let's talk about that. Did anything happen when y'all bumped in the hallway?
Sparks.
Ooh, tell me about it.
I was intrigued. I was really interested, and it must have been hot outside.
All
Because
the muscles,
yeah,
girl.
yeah, definitely. And my first words was, "My God, you look good."
Mm. What was his response?
Me?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Who you talking to?
I'm like, yeah, yeah, you look good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, where you here? Like, what are you here for? I'm like, I work over here. Come with me.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of such, I do nails and aesthetics. Let me service you.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked to my room. And I showed him my suite.
Okay,
He's
when
like,
you say you
oh,
show
this
him
is
sweet, you gotta be more detailed, cause
yeah.
you
I
know.
came and I'm like, hey, baby, this is my suite. I offer X, Y, and Z. Here's the sitting area, so and so. I just kind of give him a tour of the area. He see it looks really nice, and he's like, yeah, I want to get my manicure, my pedicure done. I'm like, I would love to be of service to you. I would love for you to patron my business. Let me give you my information. He's like, okay, well, I want to do so and so date. I'm like, well, you got to give me your deposit. He's like, can I just come back? I'm like, no, because maybe if you come back at that time, the slot will be taken.
Mm-hmm.
So I made sure I locked in my deal and got my deposit.
You lock your door?
I locked in my deal.
Oh, okay. Listen, my head is moving a little too fast.
I locked in my deal by getting my deposit.
Okay,
So
and
I
how much
secured
did
his
he give you
appointment.
for this deposit?
It was 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the next time he came back, and then what else happened?
When he came back, I still didn't know who he was. And at that point, when he came back, he was actually late. He was late for his appointment. And I was sitting there and I'm like filling out my phone. And he's like, I apologize, I'm late. I'm like, you're cool. I already had everything set up. Like, as far as in the liner and the towel and everything, I was already prepared for the appointment. So, of course, it's a welcome entrance. I have wine. I offer wine to the clients as well. Water,
Right.
snacks. I have a little snack area. So he came in and I'm like, just go ahead and sit down, relax yourself, any particular music you want. And I mean, we kind of played whatever he preferred, and it was his music.
Okay. So because I want to know, when did he ask you for your number? Like, how did y'all start communicating? How did the whole thing start?
At checkout of that appointment, he
Okay.
was able to obtain my number.
And that was the third or second appointment?
That was the second appointment because remember the first appointment, it was him and his wife. The second
And how
appointment
long
was,
it been?
It was 6 months in between.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was 6 months in between from 2022 until.
And then
At
at
March.
checkout, at the third appointment, right? At checkout, he asked you for your number.
Well, he didn't ask for the number. He was already supplied with the number because when you check out, there's a notification that comes to the phone that's hooked to my phone. So he was able to have,
Dangerous game.
it was able to have it that way. So
If
once
I ever
he-
take my boo to get a service, y'all heifers ain't getting no number. Listen, no number. I'm not playing.
don't throw shade.
Just saying.
Don't throw
But
shade because they don't
not-
even have to get the number. For instance, I just had a situation where I gave the woman. I met the woman. I was interested in her. I gave her my number. The
Oh, you
boyfriend-
like girls?
I do.
She said I was each. Ooh.
And Cece had a fat ass, but she some.
If
other type
if
of-
Cece was chill, right?
she
will
was
you
chill.
have?
She not chill. She cute.
Will
I like
you
her
have-
lips.
will you
yeah,
have-
I like her lips. But the fact that he don't want to eat that twat is concerning for me.
He told you he don't want to eat it.
He don't want to eat it.
Girl, we will get into that later on. Anyway, let's stay on track. Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh, you will have threesome with Cece and Richman? You nasty.
I'm real nasty.
Mm.
My husband told me, he say, you nasty. I'm like, what do you mean I'm nasty? He like, you nasty.
Yeah, you nasty.
Yeah, I know how to keep a man.
You a nasty hoe.
I know.
Like, no. It's like, no. But no.
I know how to keep a man.
Okay,
You want to get married, you got to know how to keep your man. You got to put on different disguises. You got to know
Listen,
how to
tell
keep it
them-
intriguing.
Tell them.
You say you want that ring?
I do, sis.
I'm
I
telling
do.
you.
Anyway, let's get back to these questions. So at checkout, he already had your number, and then what else happened? Yo, no, she cracking up. Take your time, sis. I'm dead. So what happened?
Of course, what you think happened? What you
Well, he
think?
already had your number. You said at the third.
Nah,
the
it's
third
still on the
appointment.
second appointment.
Oh, second.
Yeah, why you skipping?
Oh, Sue.
You going too fast.
Sorry. So the second
We're trying to
appointment,
time travel now.
and then what he said at checkout.
Check out. What you saying? Shit, I couldn't even tell you verbatim, but he makes sure that Oh, he tipped me well that day.
How much did he tip
He
you?
gave me my $20.
Oh, he gave you $20.
Yeah, he gave
Because
me
the
my
wife
20.
wasn't around. She was not. Okay, she was not.
Okay. He said I ain't spending money today.
Oh yeah, he was spending that bread.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, so what happened next after that?
Of course, he reached out and was like, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm like, I look at my phone like, I'm
He
side
texted you?
Yeah, he texted me and I'm like side eyeing because I'm like, oh, I forgot to tell you, I figured out who he was towards the end of the appointment when I was looking at his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's weird. It's weird. Like, I don't remember your face, but your feet, I can remember you.
That's weird.
Weird as fuck.
As fuck.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
I remember his feet. I'm like, have you been here before? Like, I don't know. It's strange. It just seems like deja vu. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, your feet. Just like, I feel like you've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
I found out towards the end of the appointment that he'd been there before with his wife.
With his wife. Mm.
At that point, I've lost interest because normally married men, they don't have enough money to support another house.
Mm. So you want the married man with enough money?
I wanted that married man.
Ooh. What about that married man that was so like intriguing? Like,
I guess it was all lies.
okay, so let's talk about the love story or like the beginning. So he hit you up. He hit you up saying what?
Consistently. He is very consistent.
He was very consistent. One thing about Liberian men,
Very consistent.
when Liberian men want you, they will chase behind you to ruin your life, but when they grab you,
Wahala life.
Liberian men they will take off their shoe just to chase their trousers, or they will take it off. When they get you, they will finish with you. You will take off your painting to run behind it.
I didn't take off my panty to run behind it.
You had to, right?
Nah.
You didn't have to.
Nah.
Lucky for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all
I
still
didn't have to run
together?
behind it.
All right, let's.
And I won't run behind it.
Okay.
Because
We're gonna get into that later.
Position.
We're gonna get into that later.
And I've always said that.
True.
I know my position.
True.
And unfortunately, his position is very uncircumstantial.
Mm-hmm.
Where
So,
you're forced to do
how long did he pursue you for?
It was at least 4 weeks before I gave it.
Oh,
I'm a hoe, y'all.
I love when a bitch knows she a hoe and she get admitted. Okay,
I could have gave it to him the first night, but I was like, God, you're testing me. Satan, flee. I said it in his face. Satan, why are you testing me?
Really?
I did.
What was his response?
He thought I was a test to him too, but it was more like I think he was excited that I was trying to resist. In fact, he said that he didn't think that I could withstand.
Okay, so what was his first text he sent out to you?
How are you?
Mm-hmm. And what was your response?
Eyes. Like
the eyes emojis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, why?
Okay. And
I mean, I'm a bitch.
At first.
I'm a bitch.
Mm-hmm. And what was his response?
I run a lot of men away. That's why I say when I meet 50 men, I probably keep 10 of them.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? I'm a bitch.
Right. And what was his response?
Like, question mark. Like,
Okay.
I'm just seeing how your day is going. And I'm like, why? You know, like, you have a wife. He's like, I know, we're both married, you know.
So he knew you was married.
He not. He knew when I first meet them.
How did he find out?
I told them when I first met them.
Okay, so he said, I know we're both married, and what else?
He just said that he wanted to be friends.
Mm. And then, so when did it leave from friendship to, what it got to?
Oh, we started drinking wine together.
Where were you drinking wine together?
At my salon, of course.
So he was
Everything
coming
happened in
there?
the salon, yeah.
Oh, how often he was coming to the salon?
Too much for a married man.
Okay, so in a week, right? Let's say from Monday to...
I didn't feel like I was a side bitch.
Okay, let's say from Monday to Sunday. How often? How many
I didn't
days?
feel like I was a side bitch.
Oh,
And I didn't get tired.
oh. So...
They tired, yeah.
I'm dead. So he was there that many? That often?
Yeah. I mean, she works from... She leaves sometimes, 6, 7 in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, periodically she leaves maybe the latest 10.
10.
But I mean, he's working in the gym.
And what time she return home?
It could be late as maybe 6. But I mean, he's also in the gym twice a day, depending on certain days. He has like a certain regimen that maybe he's in the gym twice that day, or.
Okay, so let's say if in a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see him? Let's say 5 days in a week, or 4 days in a week, or 3 days in a week, or you saw him more than that?
I see him pretty much every day.
You saw him every day. Damn, he was not a married man.
I mean, I kept asking the same thing.
Every day. And
I kept asking, why are you coming? Why are you asking me? Why are you pursuing me?
was some of those
why?
days
Why are you
night?
pursuing me?
Were some of those days
It was
night?
evening.
Evening.
So you can say it's night because
Okay.
it's dark outside.
Okay.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I kept asking, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What is it that you want? Like, it's only 1 or 2 things that's going to happen here. And I let it be known, like, I'm resisting you, but I'm tempted. I'm very tempted.
So you took a week to resist him.
I took 3 weeks, 4 weeks to resist him. And I told him in the last 2 weeks, like, I'm resisting you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm resisting you.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you testing me?
What made you fold? Like, what made you give in?
I was backed up.
Tell me about that.
I resisted as long as I could. And that night we were drinking. And
In your salon?
I said, fuck it. I'm going to be drunk. No one's in the building. I was drinking and I wanted it. So I said, I will let it happen.
So were you guys talking relationships talk before that? What was what did y'all establish before y'all had sex that night? Did y'all have label on things? Like, what was the agreement, or like I'm just trying to create like an understanding of what was you guys at that moment.
We were both adults that had shared an understanding that we were both in situations that we didn't want to be in. But we were in these compromised situations where it seemed very incapable of getting out of. And we resonated with each other. And we talked about future plans and future life. And that's just what it was. So when we became intimate, it was just natural. It was just something that was in his bones and mine that we both wanted it.
Okay, so that night, did y'all talk? Did y'all say anything to one another before y'all had sex? Like, tell me about it. Walk me through that
We had to take
night.
a whole 15 minutes, so there was enough time to be like, you know how they say God gives you a way out of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like he gives you a way out? Well, we had 15 minutes to way out.
Tell me.
Because we had to get condoms. We didn't have condoms, so it was like, shit, like...
Okay, so
everything
this is what I want to know, right?
and-
Walk me through that night, please. So you
Yeah.
guys was drinking, and
When
then
music was playing.
okay, some soft music was playing.
I don't think it was soft music. It was definitely Afro beats, but
Listen, Afro be having you feeling the vibe,
Mhm.
okay? So the music was playing, and then
Yeah.
did you kiss him or did he kiss you?
he kissed me.
He kissed you first.
Yeah.
Well-
He begged me for weeks to kiss him.
Oh,
But he had a cold sore at the time. So I was like, when you get that. Because what is that?
Mm.
He's like, cold sore. I'm like, well, when I looked it up, I'm like, well, cold sores mean herpes.
Ew.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I went to the doctor. The doctor said it's just cold sore, da 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 da, and it will go away on its own, blah blah blah.
It
So,
wasn't herpes, right?
I don't know. I didn't get diagnosed
You
with
don't
herpes.
know,
I
but
got
you slept
diagnosed
with
with
that
BV.
man. You don't know, but you kissed that man.
I got diagnosed with BV, so I don't know. It's the same as herpes.
Uh,
You know, back to
was that after you had sex with him? Wait, don't girl, don't look at the camera. Was that after you had sex with him?
Where the camera? Oh, right there.
Oh my.
No.
Was that after you had sex with him?
It's the fact that you. I don't give a fuck. I got rid of it. That's all that mattered. It was
Girl, I'm not
nothing that
judging.
was-
I just want to know. I'm not judging, girl. I'm not judging.
It was nothing that was long term.
Was it after you had sex with him?
Yeah.
So you cut it from him. Did you?
I mean, as
Do
far
you
as
think?
I mean, my husband never gave it to me
Oh, so he was the only one you slept with, and then after that,
in that time frame because eventually I stopped sleeping with my husband because I caught the BV. So I stopped at that point sleeping with both of them. I was sleeping with protection with my husband, but I was fucking him raw. After the condom broke. So at that
hold on. We're gonna get into that. Let's
Oh,
walk
God.
me through. Walk me through, cause this is juicy. Ooh, girl. Ooh, I need more wine. Cause tell me, tea, please pour. Ooh,
It's the sip for me.
yes.
Did y'all hear that?
So, let me get this right. He kissed you. He begged you to
We
kiss him.
inside tonight. We outside.
He begged you to kiss you for weeks, right?
Yeah.
And then when you found out to kiss him, you kiss him or he kiss you.
He kissed me. I let him kiss me.
Okay.
I let him.
You let him kiss you.
Yeah,
How-
after the cold sore was gone.
Okay, so talk to me about that.
The cold sore?
No, the kiss, girl. I ain't talking about dang fucking cold sore.
When the cold sore was gone.
And
It
when
was too much for me.
when you kissing, how did you feel?
It was too much.
What do you mean?
It was too much.
The kiss?
Yeah.
What do you mean too much?
I don't know. It just never felt like that. It was too much.
It was a lot of excitement.
It was too much. It was too much for me as a person who knows like men come and go. They're like revolving doors.
When you said too much, you mean as far as did he turn you on beyond limits, or like as far as like, yo, I'm really like, you got my stomach like really bubbling, like you
He
got me
turned
feeling
me
all
on.
these things. He was turning you on.
Yeah.
Is he a good kisser? Girl, I'm not gonna find out. You might as well tell me.
It was passionate.
Oh,
It was very passionate.
so that's your ex husband and him. Who's the best kisser? Well, your husband and him. Who's the best?
My husband, he knew how to win me financially.
Mhm.
But as years went on, the money meant nothing. So I was desiring something way more than money can buy.
Mhm.
My husband made great money and give me whatever I want, even to this day. Even to this day. You get what I'm saying? I had a kid on him and everything, even to this day.
You had a kid on him.
I mean, the baby died, but ideally, my husband, I mean, to this day,
Right.
you know, but it's not for me. It's not for me. So I
Why?
keep him. It's a lot that comes with it. And
Is it sexually? He's not the one for you.
no, it's mentally.
Okay.
We're not compatible mentally. He's a great provider. He's a great protector. I mean, sometimes I don't ideally agree with his strategies on protecting, but you know, ideally, I would say my husband's a great catch if he just learned how to control himself.
Right.
And
When
not-
you say control himself, right? Like, as far as what? Like, does he get violent?
to understand his power. Sometimes men they want a housewife. There's women that can build a house and women that can build a home.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big difference. And he knows I'm a homemaker. I don't care where we're at. I'm a homemaker. And with that, he sometimes gets very egotistic. And my submission unto him isn't an honor, but more so he gets kind of gorilla. And
It's like an ego thing, like
yeah, and it's like, oh, I'm the man, so I can talk to you how I want. But
Right.
don't forget that I'm the one giving you the power.
True.
So as quick as I give it to you,
I can take it.
So my husband, he don't know that. Even now, you know, I try to dib and dab just to for sake for me to see my kids.
You don't have your kids right
I don't
now.
get to see my younger kids.
Why?
If I don't see him, I don't see my kids. So this has caused a lot, and my
Right.
kids, my husband's kind of coached them into believing that I left them for a man, which would be Richman.
Okay, so right now I see that you're getting a little, and
I'm great.
I want us to
I'm
stay
great.
on a good side, so we're
I'm
gonna
great.
like go back, shift the conversation
great.
back to like the
We've
beginning
always
where we
had
was
it.
at. Yeah, and then we're gonna come back to this side because I want to know more as well. Um, so he kissed you, you guys kiss. How long did the kiss last?
Long enough to feel sparks. Literal. He would kiss somebody and had a spark.
Hmm.
Like electricity. Like you just touched the dryer and the clothes.
Yeah, like your whole body be hot.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I could have fucked him on the spot.
Ooh, why didn't you?
Too soon.
Too soon.
I wasn't sure because I still had a battle with the fact that what could you really bring to the table?
Mm.
What could you bring to the table? And at that time, I was still always concerned with the fact that you have a wife and why are you pursuing me so hard?
So you guys kiss. Was he touching and like rubbing on you when y'all kiss?
Of course.
Ooh.
You've seen the videos.
I swear to God, I haven't seen it up to this day.
Just a glimpse of the video of how he was kissing me. And
I
then
haven't
picked me up.
seen nothing
How he
up to
picked
this
me up
day.
and
Yo,
put me on my
when I tell
table.
you, I haven't seen nothing up to this day.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the videos. You didn't see the video?
No, you ever been picked up like that?
He was very
Oof.
convincing. Very convincing.
Okay, so you guys kissed and he picked you up and he did all that other stuff. And then were you guys about to have sex and then you stopped to get condoms?
hmm
Wow. Tell me about that.
That was a way for you to get out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give you a way out.
So who stopped? Who stopped in the middle of you
Me,
guys?
because I'm not fucking raw.
Right.
If anything, I'm a Hobo Joe.
Yes, girl. She's on my Hobo Joe.
A big crew girl.
Yes, yes.
Basta, shameless, all that, right?
Yes.
No sympathy. but
I
have
love
no
a Hobo
sympathy.
Joe that knows she a Hobo Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, girl. Own up to your hoish behaviors. Okay.
That's like Mona Lisa. Anyways,
So you
yeah.
stopped and you told him
yeah, I
no.
don't fuck raw.
Mm,
I don't fuck raw. Just be fucking raw. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on out here.
okay.
Clearly, men fucking men and women
Listen,
cheating
we're
on
gonna
their
get into
husbands.
that because I saw a post.
Women
You made a post.
Women fucking
We're
other
gonna get
men
that.
and they married, and I mean clearly, but if I'm gonna fuck outside of my marriage, my husband and anybody else will tell you, I'll
You use
strap up.
condoms.
I actually have condoms in my jacket.
So you take condoms everywhere with you.
They're there in case.
They're in your bag here,
Yeah.
girl. Girl, tell me you're lying. Listen,
I'm a Hobo Joe.
yes, you're Hobo Joe.
Big Hobo Joe.
Big Hobo Joe.
No shame.
Not the little one, the big one.
Yeah.
The biggest Hobo Joe, not
Yeah.
the little one.
I made
Listen,
the trend.
Listen, you know what?
The
Listen,
pool
girl.
ain't got nothing on me.
LaPoo ain't got nothing on her.
Nothing
Okay.
on me.
All right, so y'all went and got condoms.
Yeah.
Who bought a condom?
He did.
Who picked it?
He did.
Oh,
I didn't go in.
okay.
I drove the car.
You drove, and then he picked the condom up, and then
Yeah.
y'all went back to your suite. And then what happened?
No, it's just resumed. It didn't stop. I mean, the condom broke, but that was about it.
You guys had sex? How long? For how long?
It was quick the first time,
It was
but
quick.
it's okay. I know how to train him.
You know how to train him. What do you mean when you say you know how to train?
And then it been your stamina.
Okay.
You understand me?
What was your first impression of him? His first time.
We had work to do.
Y'all had work to do, so you wasn't impressed, girl. You was not. Was
But because of his spirit,
When you say spirit, what do you mean?
His personality.
Okay.
His ability to just know how to control himself in the tightest of spaces, and how to carry a face that seemed like I'm okay,
Okay.
but what I'm going through at home is not. There's people, I can smile all day.
Right.
Does that mean you know?
Right. I just want us to get like into the good stuff, and then I really want to address that part because it's a lot of lies have come
Oh
up.
yeah, about my character.
Yeah, so I really want to dive into that. So
Yeah,
let's
me
just get
too.
the other stuff, out of the way. So, you and him, y'all had sex. How many rounds did you go?
However he was willing.
Girl, give me an idea.
However many he was willing.
So y'all just kept on going.
If he wanted to.
What number did he stop to?
Whenever he got tired.
Girl, give me an idea. Damn, like you got me like searching.
We had a great time.
So you would say 5 rounds?
We had a great time.
4?
We had a magnificent
3?
time.
I was at 5.
I would say that he did what he needed to do.
Did he eat you out? He did?
Yeah.
I would be mad.
He actually began to like eating pussy.
From eating you out?
Yeah, I was even shocked. I was like, he's like, yeah, because I don't, in my culture, we don't believe in da da da. I'm like,
Wait. He said what?
in his culture, they don't believe in eating ponani, nunu girl.
Is this true? Do Liberians not eat pussy?
Nobody answer.
Because I really want to know. Look, I'm really talking to the camera.
But yeah,
Is it true Liberian men don't eat cat? Because she's saying that Richman said, in Liberian culture, y'all don't eat pussy because y'all need to speak up now and let some of us know. Okay?
Yeah, me too, because I would love to know.
Girl, you already know.
I mean, yeah, he got great after like the third time. And then
Of eating you out?
Oh yeah. When he actually would be like, after we fuck, he'd be like, yeah, like, I want to taste it again.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you let him. Bad girl. Naughty girl.
I mean, at least when the bitch called, I let him go back.
Oh, you let him go back after eating your cat when she called. Oh, and he go kiss her right in the mouth.
Who knows? She probably was mad and arguing, calling his parents back in Africa. Who knows? She always has a history for calling back parents when he doesn't move according to how she wants.
All right. So that night y'all had sex. How many times did he eat you out?
That's a lot of tea.
Girl,
Next
I'm
question.
here. I'm ready. No.
Next question.
I'm ready to sip. How many times did he eat you out?
At least 3.
3? Girl, what's about you?
I don't know. Ask these niggas. Want to call a couple of them up? Where's my phone? I want to call a couple of them.
Please, because what is it about you? 3 times? Damn.
Yeah, what is it about me?
Yo, please don't call nobody. She
Don't
really
call
called
nobody?
no, girl. She
Okay.
really calling somebody to ask them what is it about her.
You know I will.
Really?
You think I'm joking?
I really thought you was
To
playing.
and from.
We ain't
To
got
and
no
from.
time, girl.
Whether you got a taste or you didn't get a taste,
Wow.
you still
So
gonna be in my line.
after that, he left.
It's about the woman,
True.
not the pussy.
True.
I mean, the pussy is insensitive, but it's about the woman
Mm-hmm.
and the asset that she is.
Right. So after that, he left. Did the condom broke that night?
Yeah,
How many times did it break?
the first time, and then actually it was twice. Well, the first time was fine. We changed it. Second time, it popped.
So the second time when it broke, did you say fuck it, I'm gonna just go raw, or did you pull another one on?
We finished the pack. It's like 3 in a pack.
Y'all finished. Oh, so y'all went 3 rounds.
I don't know. We finished a pack, and then by the end of it,
Y'all was fucking raw. Y'all didn't use condoms.
thank God I didn't get anything other than a BV.
Then a BV. Listen, you gonna take a BV.
For HIV.
So each his own.
To each his own.
What can I say?
As long as my pussy not burning and itchy, and I ain't
Listen,
got
nobody
cottage cheese
like
coming out
them
of
a
me.
burning pussy, girl. Nobody likes
I
some
don't want to
burning.
smell like fish.
Okay. So, okay. So after that, when was the last time you saw him? When was the next time you saw him?
So I would say it was like August 13th,
Mm-hmm.
the last day we seen each other.
Okay. So no, I'm saying after that night y'all had sex. When was the next time you saw?
The next day.
The next day.
No.
Did y'all have sex the next day again?
Did we?
Y'all was getting it in. So how often y'all were having sex after that?
Too much for a married man.
Oh, so it's like every time he came,
Not
day?
every time, but I'm a nasty bitch, right?
Mm.
I'm not old.
Okay, so
My pussy not dry.
Okay, I just want to know, did you give him head when y'all had sex? You did.
Yeah, of
You
course.
sure did.
I like things in my
What was
throat.
his response? What was his reaction?
Baby, be careful. You know, you don't want to hurt yourself.
That's what he said?
Be careful. You don't hurt yourself. No, it's putting all the way in my throat. Go all the way down.
Wait.
I want to feel it. I want to stop breathing.
You told him you want all of it in
I
your
want his
throat.
snake in my throat.
You told him I want your snake
Well,
in
I
my
put it
throat.
in my throat.
You put his snake in your
And
throat.
he said, baby, don't hurt yourself.
And he said, "Babe," what did you say after that? He's like, oh, no, I'm not going to get hurt.
It just got slimy in my mouth.
Oh.
I'm a whore.
She said, out my heart.
I get nasty.
She is a whore.
Oh.
Okay, so, and what was the look on his face?
He like it. He like it. He like it. I
He
mean,
did?
amongst other things that I did.
Oh. Did he say something about his wife in that moment? Did he say, oh, you the best? Like, what was his response?
He wasn't fucking her.
Oh. When he started fucking you, he wasn't fucking
He wasn't
her?
fucking her.
He stopped fucking her?
They had an arrangement, though. Their arrangement was certain periodics where I guess if she was aroused or whatever you so fit. They weren't actively having sex.
So why he was having sex with you? He told you he wasn't
He was
sexually
turned
active.
off. Yeah, he was turned off by her.
Why was he turned off by her? She's
Because
a
of
beautiful
her-
lady.
Oh, I know. Them lips is nice. I would love to feel it on my clitoris.
You want Cece to eat your pussy? Girl.
I don't know because she had that rotten tooth. And I stay in the dentist. So, sis. Thank God for Medicaid.
Okay, so
Thank God for Medicaid. Because I don't think I got that 300 Obamacare.
I'm cracking. So,
Nah, he wasn't fucking her.
how do you know he wasn't lying to you?
I don't
'Cause men
care.
lie all the
It was-
time.
I don't care if he was, he wasn't. You think it made a difference to me? I knew about her.
Okay. Okay, so he told you he wasn't fucking her. You was giving him top. He was giving you top. Like, did y'all establish what y'all was into? Was what y'all had
According
growing
to him,
up?
I was his wife. His second wife.
He said you was his second wife?
Yeah. I practically.
When did he tell you that?
And maybe it was 3 months in? We were only given a 6-month period to work out, right? According to the boss, he even made sure he introduced himself to the boss. He had to make himself clear that I wasn't just a side bitch. I was
His second wife. Wow. And he was planning on marrying you.
I would say something about his mom because he will call and the wife and the mom and the dad and the stepdaddy and the mom would get on him and then boom.
Wait, he called his mom in your presence?
Yes.
You spoke to her?
I've heard I heard the daughter. I've heard the mom. I've been there.
You talked to her?
I've been on calls. That's what I would say. I've been on calls.
Wow.
So
you've talked to the daughter, you talked to the mom, you've talked to the baby mom. Have you?
I was very in tune with what was going on.
You talk to the
point? To the point, I was willing to send money.
What?
What? I mean, to the point I was willing to send money. You understand me? To the point I was willing to send money to the baby mom to make sure that the baby and her, because when she would decide that she wanted to send money when she wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's just who he is, right? I mean, I met the other woman. So, I mean, that's just who he is.
Cause, okay, so you spoke to the baby mom, the father, the stepdad.
The stepdad is not the father. The father and the mom don't talk. They're not in a good relationship.
Okay,
He
so
abandoned the mom when she was pregnant with him.
oh, so you know the family history.
I mean, as far as in what he's gotten comfortable to tell me.
so in your opinion, you was treated like a second wife.
I mean, I wasn't hidden, and everybody that knew her for years knew
Knew.
of us. I mean, even the barber that she went and confronted, that was his everyday barber. He even knew about us. He even came and was like, "Tell my man he ain't got to come in here smelling like that. The whole hallway smell like him." I mean, everybody's seen him. I mean, we're having lunch.
Who else knew about y'all? That
Everybody. I wasn't hidden, and he didn't keep me as something in the salon. I mean, we traveled outside of the salon. I even met friends of his, so I definitely didn't feel like the side bitch because I was in tune with his friends. I mean, in fact, they liked me more than her.
wow.
But hey,
So did you ever send money to the family or the baby mother?
I didn't get a chance.
What happened?
I didn't get a chance. I'm happy I didn't.
Oh, because of everything that blew up.
At towards the end that I'm seeing everything, I'm happy that I didn't get as invested as I was willing.
Okay, I want to ask you, right, in that moment, right? In that moment that you're speaking to the baby mother, you're speaking to the family.
I didn't speak to the baby mom. I only spoke to the mom who was keeping the kid.
Okay, so you're talking to the mom. This man is married.
Of course.
His mom know he's
It's
married.
not a real marriage.
Why you say that?
It's not.
They're legally married.
I'm legally married.
So that means your marriage is not real.
I mean, it could have been real in the beginning, but that marriage is only incentive.
Yours or his?
His.
His. Because that will blow my mind. I'm not even
I
gonna
mean, it's
lie
going
to
to blow
you.
your mind as you continue to watch the story. You're going to see he's going to be divorced.
What make you say that?
I'm Cat Williams.
Nah, I'm Cat Williams.
I'm Cat Williams. It's the truth. You're not going to believe me while I'm saying it. But as time shows, it's going to come to the light.
Okay, so
No matter the case, you're not going to believe me at this moment. But when the proof is in the pudding, you're going to think about my words.
okay,
The marriage is not real.
okay. So how long were you guys sleeping together before? Because I want to get into the sex tip.
I got knocked up within 5 months.
He pregnant you within 5 months?
In 5 months. I mean, not just to mention, I mean, you could say before then because we had a scare moment where I thought I was. And that's when we had the first conversation about if I am to turn out pregnant at any point, what would I do?
What was that conversation?
What would I do?
And what did he say? What was his response?
He wanted to know what I would do. Am I going to keep it or am I going to get rid of it?
He gave you that option?
Yeah. I mean,
And what was your response?
at the time, before I was like, oh no, I don't want another kid.
And then you changed your mind?
As time went on,
You told him you was keeping the baby.
I told him I didn't want to get rid of a baby out of love.
So
And eventually he said that he agreed.
he what?
Agreed.
Wow.
In fact, he was supposed to be at my appointment before. I mean, literally the next day shit hit the fan.
So he was making you an appointment, everything.
He was.
Did
I
y'all
made the appointment, and it was based off of his times that he was going to make himself available.
Did y'all have a conversation about, okay, now that you're pregnant, this is what we're gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna leave my wife. Like, what
He was
what
leaving
did y'all
her regardless
establish?
whether I came into the picture or not,
How did you know?
because that's his agenda. I mean, regardless with me or not, he has other eyes on other things. And what he's already tied into is clearly where he's at.
Okay, so before you got pregnant, you guys was fucking raw. After that, you was having sex
Until I met Aaron.
without protection.
With Zico.
Mm.
Then things became a little bit different.
Who is that?
I guess his buddy, his best friend.
Okay, what role does he play in this?
I'm assuming he's also an investor in his citizenship here with Jerry. Jerry is supposed to be like the manager. I don't know, whatever they got going on.
From what I understand, right, his wife managed him,
No.
and also she brought him here. So you're telling me,
No.
Cece,
I mean, as far as what he told me, as far as in his visa,
Mm-hmm.
his visa was not based off of her. The visa was based off of him and the church community, and him supposed to be touring certain amount of states, certain amount of times in a duration. Where within that time period, he said that they were supposed to get married.
Did you ever question anything?
I
he
questioned
told
everything.
You? That's
because
a married
I had a
man lying
client.
to his
I
wife.
had a client that told me about citizenship and how the process works.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was telling her, like, hey, I'm dealing with so and so. She's like, that doesn't sound right. Why is his papers? Why doesn't he have his social? Like certain things weren't adding up, according to what she said the process how it went.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she would tell me certain things, I would bring it back to him, like, well, why aren't your papers and why isn't this your social? These things should already be in the mail by now.
Right.
But I mean, I guess on her behalf, she's moving how she wants to.
Okay. So when you got pregnant, y'all had that conversation, right?
We didn't have that conversation, so I forced it.
You forced the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, how did you force it?
He was going to Rhode Island, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we were supposed to see each other before then, but I guess she was on some different type time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I can't see you right now. I'll see you when I get back. And when he came back, he's like, she's still like, pretty much she only travels because she thinks he's cheating.
Mm.
So her traveling is to secure that he's not cheating.
How does that stop him from cheating?
I mean, I don't know, because he was on a FaceTime with me while she was in the room. So I have no fucking clue.
Wait, what? He was on a FaceTime with his wife?
Oh, no.
On a
his
phone
second
with
wife.
you?
Yeah, his second wife.
He was on the phone with you while in the room with his
Second
wife?
wife, yeah. He was on a FaceTime with me to prove the fact that whatever they had going on wasn't what I thought.
Did she know you was on the phone?
I don't have no clue, but I wasn't being quiet.
Okay, so, and you said that he said that she, she feel like he's cheating, so they travel and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that was before me though.
Okay. And then, so when it got back, how did y'all have the conversation, and what, the conversation?
As far as in the pregnancy?
Yes.
When the pregnancy happened, he was reached out by my husband, and my husband said, let's talk. I know everything.
Okay, so how did your husband find out?
He went from the Cash App because he seen that there was multiple attempts. He could see my email.
Okay.
He was seeing there was multiple Cash App transactions that I was receiving money from this person.
Okay.
He took the name and put it in Instagram. But when the name came back, it came back as an old page.
Okay.
So it wasn't the current page. But he was very adamant. So he kept searching.
Okay.
And searching. Then he eventually realized that the Cobwire and the Richman, he put that into the Facebook and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came across them. Then he reached out. Let's talk. He didn't respond. He asked me, should I talk to him or not? I said no, because I'm thinking maybe it's best to just, he don't know if we don't tell him.
Right. You told Richman not to talk to your husband.
Yeah, I told him not to talk to him. I said, if he don't know, we won't be feeding the fire.
Right.
So I thought that was the best move. Well, that wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, 24 hours, he made sure he found the wife because she's actively
on social media. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she posted her phone numbers.
He called a wife.
Yeah.
So where?
Well, he gave Richman, from my understanding, Richman said that he gave him. I only know what Richman told me. And from what he told me, he gave him a certain amount of time to respond to him.
So Okay, so your husband was like, what did he say to Richman?
Let's talk.
Okay.
I know everything.
And what was Richman
He
response?
asked me, do I say anything? I said no. Don't feed it. What he don't know, he can't go off of.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't stop there. He made sure he reached out to the wife.
And what happened after?
I guess he sent the videos according to what he said. He sent the videos. He started posting them on social media.
How did the video happen?
The video was only controlled by me.
So you had camera in your suite.
I did. I made sure because I put over 50,000 into the suite. It's a new location. I'm not from Alexandria. I wanted to protect my assets.
Of course.
If something is to happen, the building wasn't secured at the time.
Right.
So if something is to happen, at least I need footage.
Right.
Someone break in, I have insurance and stuff as far as in the damages to the property. But if something is to happen, at least I have something to like back myself.
Okay.
So I put footage in there because I wanted to make sure I have a record.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a case where I had malicious wounding. And because there were so many witnesses and because I was attacked in the dressing room and I had witnesses, I got off on the charges.
Right.
But going forth in life, it taught me I want to make sure, even as far as bringing my manager in security,
Right.
I need to have something to back me
Right.
because I can strike. But if no one's there to attest to the fact that you assaulted me or did anything to me, it's my word against yours.
Right. So you put camera in your suite, and how did your husband get?
He took my phone.
He took your phone.
Absolutely.
Did he know something was going on?
I told him.
But
Before.
you just said that you told Richman.
I told my husband that I wasn't interested. I moved on. I was dealing with
When
some
did you tell
guy.
your husband that?
Months, like soon as it started.
Soon as you and Richman. So why didn't you and him just tell your husband the truth?
I
when he
told
was
my husband.
asking?
He didn't believe me. He slapped me in my face, and he didn't believe me. And
When did you tell him that? When you and Richman started, or when
Mhm.
your husband started to get
It
curious?
was like a month into us dating, and then I was like, I wasn't having sex with him. So I'm like, I moved on. I want to see other people. Whatever the case may be. I'm not happy.
But the question is, right? When your husband started catching on, and he hit up Richman, and Richman
He didn't catch on until 6 months later
Okay, so why
when I
didn't
was
you,
sick.
why didn't you just come clean to your husband and be like,
I already came
told
clean.
you months ago,
But I did.
didn't want you.
I did.
But you just said that you did
I told
not.
him. I told him when it first happened, when I was moving on, I was out of it.
Did you tell him about Richman?
I told him that I was dating a guy that wasn't a citizen yet
Okay, when did you tell him that?
in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
But it was a slap to my face.
Mm-hmm.
And
You mean like he slapped you?
yeah. And at that point,
And how often does that happen?
if I say something crazy, it might happen.
And you're okay with that?
I'm not. I mean, that's why I'm not in a relationship. So,
How long you guys been married?
11 years.
11 years?
Yeah.
And that's that happened very often.
It didn't happen very often, but that moment, it happened.
Okay, what was your reaction?
I'm calling the police.
Did you call the cops?
I got ready to call, and he begged me not to call. He said, I'm going to leave. Just please don't call the police. I let him leave. He left for a few hours, came back that evening, but, it was still like I had to, like, basically say what I said was a lie.
Mm. Okay. And so when he gave Richman few hours to get back to him, what happened after that?
I'm guessing between that time, it was too long of a period. He ended up posting the videos, from my understanding. He posted it in several comment sections.
So, wait, he got the video from your phone.
Yeah, he had my phone at that time.
He had your phone. If you know you was cheating on your husband,
Why did I save the pictures in my phone?
why would you just give him access to your phone?
I didn't. But even right now, you slide my phone up. If someone was to steal my phone, Lord knows the type of videos they would get of me.
Can you say that again?
I don't normally keep passwords on my phone.
Why?
I just don't typically expect for my phone to be stolen.
You're having sex in your suite, cheating on your husband, and you don't keep password on your phone knowing you're fucking raw in your suite
well,
and there's camera.
the phone that he took had password, but when he snatched it, it was already unlocked.
Okay, so he went through that and he saw basically
He got what he could get before the phone was put on the. It was an iPhone, so iPhone you could put on the Find My Phone, and it locks the phone where it's like it puts up a message like
I
the
know.
phone. Okay, so I did that, but I didn't have enough time. All I had was enough time for him to get 5 videos, and then
Why didn't you delete the videos from your phone after you had sex? Why did you keep them there?
I always keep videos of me, even with my husband.
Do you rewatch them?
I do.
Do you post them? Do you share them? Do you
I
like
don't.
you don't? You just rewatch them?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So
I get turned on for watching myself in videos.
listen, do you
I like fucking in the mirror.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So your husband reached out to Richman and he didn't get back to him within the time that he gave him.
Whatever he was expecting. But I mean, he was in communication with me. Richmond was telling me everything that was going on in the process.
What was Richman's reaction from your perspective? Was he nervous? Was he scared?
He was
Did you see-
nervous. He was nervous because he didn't want his wife to find out.
Okay.
Only because he was literally like 3 months shy of his paperwork.
Okay.
So
So,
when all this happened, he was supposed to be having his documents by October.
we're gonna dive into that. So your husband posted a video. Where did he post it? The sex tape. I mean, your husband posted a sex tape
Facebook.
on Facebook.
2 million people.
2 million people saw your sex tape.
I'm thankful that it wasn't too much lighting.
Girl.
What if they
Julia.
seen everything? I already feel like now I'm like
How
a
did you
sex
find
icon.
How did you find out?
He told me. He called me. Well, my mom was freaking out. My mom got the video. By the time my mom got the video, it was already posted through social media.
Did he post it on his page? Like, walk me through the process.
From when I was told, he posted it on Richmond's page. So it was all in comment sections.
Oh.
So he removed them. I asked him because at that point, law enforcement was getting involved. My mom had already called the police. By the time my mom told me, the police were already involved.
So let me get this right. Let me understand this. He used his Facebook page, went on Richmond page, and posted in Richmond comments.
I used a fake Facebook page.
He used a fake Facebook page.
Yeah.
Went on Facebook, went on Richmond page in his comments, and posted the sex tape of the both of you guys.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it wasn't just from his page. It was from the wife page as well. Damn. From my understanding. I didn't see it. And I asked him, did he record it? Because that's what the police asked me. The police asked me, did we have documentations for the postings? He said he was too busy concerned with getting rid of it versus making sure it was recorded. Like screen recording. Just to show like, hey, this is what was
Richmond?
posted. Yeah. He didn't do that.
Okay.
But then he also became best friends with him. So I don't fucking know what's going on.
Wait, what? So wait, he posted the videos, and then what happened after that? He posted a sex tape.
Richmond became friends with him. We had a talk. He prepared me for the whiplash of what the media would say. He told me that basically he was content with being her bitch. And
Richmond said that?
yeah, he said, I'm okay with being her bitch because it's not going to be
His
forever.
wife, Cece Mintin.
Aaron already said he was a bitch. That's his best friend. His best friend told me to my face, he's a bitch right now. So, in other words, he's on the bottom, not the top. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying when I say that, but he's on the bottom and not the top.
Wait, he's gay?
I'm questioning the same thing. But the pictures that I've seen is very questionable.
Pictures of him
and Zico. Aaron.
and
is
Aaron?
Very questionable.
Who is Aaron?
The best friend that spent the night that also covered up for him in our affair. According with the rest of the friends in
Is
Minnesota.
he African or American?
He's African.
So he and the best friend are having an affair.
I'm sure that will come out one day, maybe. You can't hide in the dark
How
forever.
how do you know if this is true?
I just
Like
look
what
at the pictures, and the pictures are very
what
suspect.
position are they in?
The guy have like a woman like lingerie, like it's
You
like
lying.
it's like the see-through blouse
lying.
and the tight pants that don't even go all the way to his
You
ankles.
gotta be lying.
And then like they like holding each other.
Richman?
I don't know, sis.
Who's
but
in the outfit again?
Aaron?
And Richman's
Aaron's in this like this clothing that is just not very manly.
okay, so what is Richman doing in the photo?
Everything opposite of what he's trying to convince me of.
He's holding him?
Yeah, they have their arms around each other all the time. You don't see it? All the time.
Are you just being dramatic or is
I'm
he
naturally dramatic.
No,
and I
'cause
have
I'm
people that
trying
would attest to that. But literally, it's like any woman have an intuition. If you see a man dressed in lingerie, like a see-through blouse, and the blouse is really tight, the man is muscular, the pants is like your ass is popping through it. What are you gonna think?
So you think Richman
What are you gonna think?
I don't know, girl. I be lost half
What are
of
you
the
gonna
time. I'm gonna think he
When
probably
you
like
see a man in the
fluent
club,
or like
nah,
free.
you see a man in the club, he got a tight blouse on, and see-through, and his pants are
He
super,
probably
super,
a
super
designer
tight.
or stylist. Like
You
I
think
don't know
so?
some people.
I guess that's the African community culture.
No, it's not.
No, it has to be because you said that it's normal for
No,
men
America
to
people
wear
are
blouses.
people are different.
That's
No,
really tight.
because let me tell you this, right?
It's like you want to
Back
have a
home,
halter the top.
let me tell
With
you
your
this.
titties popping out.
Back home in Africa, men are feminine. That
Oh,
means they're
I
gay.
know they're very feminine.
Some of them are. Some of
I
them
mean,
pin
they
their nails.
shave from the armpits to the
Oh my
balls to the ass cheeks. I mean, there's no hair on the body, so yeah, it's very feminine. But it's sexy. I get it.
So in
It's
this
sexy. I
picture,
love to
right?
lick you, and there's no hair.
So in this picture, Richman was in an uncomfortable spot with his best friend.
I don't know if it's uncomfortable for him. He might like it. According to the friend, he's a bitch. So I don't know.
The friend said he said,
Yeah, his friend told me that. While they were having beers over manis and petties. It's so cute. Like girlfriends, just go have manis and petties together and have wine.
Yes.
No, we have Guinness. You know the beer Guinness.
The Guinness.
And they love it.
Wow.
Yeah, they
So
travel.
you believe that they're gay?
They travel, and he's pimping bitches. He's a person that's off of incentives of what he can get out of women.
The
Unfortunately,
best friend,
it's the truth. No.
Richman.
Absolutely. He's definitely in a business. I don't know if his friend taught him this. I have no freaking clue. But the white woman that came to my salon for him, she didn't like make it seem like they were just friends. Like she rubbed, I wish I had my phone because girl, I would be sending you all these videos. She like rubbed his arm. And he's like, oh, I'm getting my pedicure done. I can't move. But I think that's only because you're in a sticky situation. You're fucking me. Are you fucking her too? And you didn't want me to get like completely vexed or what?
Right. So he and his best friend are
Came there with this white woman. This white woman, the best friend didn't even know about her, but he knew about her once he gave her the eye contact.
So you think they're prostitutes?
I don't fucking know. You tell me.
No, you tell me. You telling me all the tea.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm just telling you what I seen.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what I witnessed.
Okay,
With the
so-
camera scene. The camera scene these people in position where they got this white lady, and I thought she was FBI or something. I thought she was like the immigration people, patrol people. For real, she came in like the suit and everything, and I'm like, who are you? Like, why are you here? And she's looking at him, and he's looking at her, and then he looked at the best friend, and the best friend looked at me, and I'm like, what's going on? I mean, literally, I wish I had the phone. The phone will like show you all the footage of me asking her, like, who the fuck are you?
All right. So that's crazy.
And she's from the gym too. So I have no idea. I asked him.
so
Even in front of
you
the lady,
believe that he's sleeping with
even
this
the
white
white
lady?
lady, even the white lady, I asked her. I said, "Would you his sugar mama?" Oh, you thought I was gonna play? You gonna come to my salon? You think I'm gonna play with you? I'm not playing with you.
What was her response?
Everybody's laughing. I'm not laughing. I was dead serious on that camera. I'm dead serious. Like,
Right.
Who are you? Why are you here? I'm already dealing with this man. I'm already going through my head on what you got going on with this man.
Mm-hmm.
But now you got another person coming, and you didn't even tell me she was coming.
Right. Right. So let's talk about the pregnancy, right? How many times did you get pregnant?
I was only pregnant once, from my understanding.
Okay, so you guys was planning on keeping the baby. So far, that's what you said. And then what happened? Your husband, posted sex tape. What happened after that?
He told me that he wasn't concerned with the pregnancy. He was more concerned with his citizenship.
Okay. And how did that make you feel?
I mean, it was what it was. I mean, I understood. He was in that corner.
Okay. So what happened after that? Were you guys going to doctor's appointment or
We
planning
never
for your
got
baby?
to. We never got to, because before then everything hit the fan.
What happened?
Everything came out. That I was having an affair. We were sleeping together. I was pregnant. My ultrasounds. Everything hit the fan.
Were you sure that you was pregnant for him?
I'm sure.
So una him you was fucking at the time or
With no condom.
So you was fucking him with no condom.
Yeah.
You was having unprotected sex with Richman, but you were having protected sex with your husband.
No.
So you were having unprotected sex with the both of them.
No. Only Richmond.
So you wasn't having sex with your husband.
I wasn't. I got to a point where I stopped having sex because the BV kept coming back. I had BV 3 times.
Richman kept on giving you BV.
I don't fucking know. So I just cut one of them off, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just not going to sleep with my husband because this is who I'm with. This is who I'm more interested in. This is where my feelings were.
Did you get BV after that?
Yeah, again.
So
3 times.
That confirmed it to you
That he was giving it to me, and I asked him what was going on, and he said that he was going to get himself checked out, but he didn't know where it was coming from. And I said at that point, once everything got exposed, that okay, well, maybe it was coming from the wife, being that she was suggesting that she was sleeping with other men.
And just for us that don't know what BV is, right?
It's bacterial viruses.
Is it on the level as chlamydia?
It's on the level of a yeast infection.
Yeast infection. Okay. So he kept on giving you BV, and you had that conversation with him, and then what happened after that? You said that shit hit the fence.
After shit hit the fan,
how did shit hit the fence? Like your husband posted a video, and
I had
then
to talk with her. She started threatening. I mean, well, she'd been threatening about sending him back to Africa, like certain things.
So your husband posted a video, and then she reached out to you.
Okay, try like a whole month later, type shit.
She reached out to you a month later.
I reached out to her maybe within 2 weeks of that, after me and him talking, and then he's like, the best friend, everybody was trying to talk to her, and she wasn't hearing anything, and she wasn't going for it. She was just very adamant about sending him off. So I took the time at that point to reach out to her. And when I reached out to her, she's like, I don't really have nothing to say to you. You can decide to keep the baby if you want to, but if you do, the baby's going to be fatherless. And if I find out you're talking to him, I monitor the phone calls. I can see every trans call that's coming into that phone and going out to that phone. She was like, if I find out that you're calling him from the hotel or anywhere else, I'm going to deport him. I will spend the $2,000 to get him immediately transported back. At that point, I was like, he said, I'm going to fight for just my citizenship. And the baby right now is not my concern.
Right.
So that's how we kind of left it off at.
Right. So, and what did you do after that? Here you are pregnant by a married man,
Yeah.
and you don't.
That's not standing up for himself at all. Doesn't
Right.
feel like he has the power. Don't feel like he has the ability. Don't feel
Right.
like he has the resources. Nothing. I mean, like, I felt like I was dealing with a man that I didn't even know who I was dealing with at that point. He wasn't even himself. It was life or death for him.
Were you sorry for him, or you was angry that
was
he wasn't
sorry.
standing up?
I was sorry, but I was also frustrated because I felt like had to be another route.
Did you feel like he wasn't fighting for you and your baby?
I felt like I guess you can say that, yeah. I felt like he was just laying over. He was just like, she can ruin me. She can do this. She has this power. Like, he was making her bigger than what she was.
But I feel like you knew the situation you was getting into.
I did.
You knew what you was walking into.
I did.
You had unprotected sex with this man. You knew he was married. You understand me? So regardless of him being there or not, if you're gonna keep that baby, it's on you.
It would be in the end.
You understand me? So why didn't you just say, you know
Kill
what,
the
I'm gonna
baby.
take no, that's not what I'm saying, girl. Why didn't you just say, you know what, I'm gonna take my L? This is what happened when you sleep with people husband. Why didn't you just say that? Why did you feel so entitled that listen?
He didn't make me feel like I was the second woman.
But you told me he made you feel like that in the beginning.
No. Even in the beginning, it was just like, I would ask him, why are you reaching out to me? Why are you doing this? You have a wife. Like, what's up? Like, is this a setup? I asked him, is this a setup? Did somebody send you to me?
But
Like,
you
what's
said,
going on?
what I'm trying to understand, right? Because you said when you guys were together now, when you guys were having sex and having a good time, you said that he made you feel like you was the second wife.
I said he never made me feel as if I was.
Oh, okay. He never made you feel like you was.
Yeah, and when you rewind it back, you would hear that. I never felt like he made me feel as if I was a second woman because no matter the case or the time,
Okay, so what
if he was
that
there,
just
he was there.
okay, that just proved my point, right? You know this man is married. He's not making you feel like you are a priority, basically.
No, he's not making me feel as if I'm an option.
Okay, he's
He's
not.
making me feel as if he's there and my feelings and how I'm feeling matters.
Okay, so he was giving you all that.
He was giving me attention. If it meant that he had to leave his home at 8 o'clock at night and he's supposed to be at the gym, he would let me know I'm sacrificing my gym time to be with you.
That sounds so crazy to me. Didn't you see the red flag?
The red flag was him being married. That was the red flag. And even after that, I resisted, but I thought that it was going to be a one-time thing. I truly did. I thought I would just get out of my system.
What kept you engaged? What kept on going back?
He called me.
How often? And what did he say that would convince you to, that's
His character. His character and how
is he romantic? Did he take you on date? Did he shower you with gifts?
He wanted to do all of that.
Did he how
and
much?
Even me, I was still like, I'm always like, okay, we still have to work on this. You have family back home and da. Like, I didn't demand a lot, but
So you guys were a couple.
yeah.
How much
I
did
would
he
say I
spend
was his
on you?
fiance.
Did he propose to you?
I would say so.
He did?
I would say I was his
When?
fiance. I mean, at least before the pregnancy.
Girl, you at some point didn't you think, okay, this is a little
No, I'm
delusional?
I'm off of poly. Even in my marriage, I always talked about poly.
Is it poly
My
if the
husband-
wife is not aware?
Poly is like more than one, either more than one husband or more than one wife.
But I think the wife or the significant other have to be aware.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
She's
be.
not, girl. That's not poly.
She
Yo
is.
was cheating, doing that lady dead wrong.
She was aware.
She was.
It's no way that you think your husband's at the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Some people go to the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning. I do.
You go to the gym 1 in the morning?
That's when I work out.
Well, you was calling a lot, so there's no way you thought he was at the gym. And this gym doesn't stay open past 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So, with that being said, you had to have, I mean, even to the point where he would be worried, like, if she would put a GPS tracking into the car.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you ever ask him for money for abortion?
I asked him for the money for the abortion because I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. But I was like, in the beginning, I was like, no, I'm going to have the abortion. Like, fuck that. And then, like, once he gave me the money, I was just like, he's like, are you sure you want to do that? And I'm like, I think so.
Did he
And
not
I'm
say
not
something?
sure because I feel like, how could I kill the baby that we made out of love? And then
Did he not say something to you that this man is a gospel artist and he
That's
giving
what
you
people
money
kept
for
saying.
abortion?
that's what they kept saying. that. I mean, how could a gospel artist be found in a position like that?
Did you ever talk to Cece about being pregnant? Did you ever had a
She
conversation
already
with
knew about the pregnancy, but she didn't believe the ultrasound.
How did she find out?
My husband.
So your husband knew you was pregnant too.
When he snatched the phone, I was sick.
He was waiting to stay with you?
No.
Were you being pregnant?
When I found out I was pregnant, I was sick. Like, I was sick. I was like, no getting up. I was weak. I was throwing up. Like, he was like, what's going on with you? My doctor was calling me back, like, go to the hospital, do this and then a third, da, da, da. Like, the things that I was going through, they were concerned that maybe it was an ectopic pregnancy. They were uncertain if the pregnancy was, like, where it was supposed to be at.
Right.
So the doctor was like, you need to go to the hospital, do da, 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 da. The pregnancy was very complicated.
Okay, so what did Cece say when you told her you was pregnant?
When I reached out to her, it was on some like, I apologize, whatever, but I don't want you to be resentful against him. Like, if it meant me raising the kid by myself, I would have did it. No problem. No child support, none of that. I would have did it. But she was on some, you can have the baby by yourself. If you reach out to him, if I find out you're talking to him, I have my lawyers involved. I will pay the $2,000 extra to get him gone. So I was forced to back off.
Cause do you love him? Do you still love him? You do.
It sucks, but I've learned that through whatever obstacle.
Do you feel like he's your first love?
I feel like I had a connection with him that I could have never thought that it was fake. I would have never thought that.
I'm seeing tears in your eyes right now.
He was acting. I would have never thought that it was a bed.
Do you think he was acting?
I don't know. I would have never thought. But from what people say and the betting, and I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you think
anything? He's never said anything to the public.
Do you think he ever loved
me.
you at some point?
I mean, he said he did.
He told you he loved you. Did you see it? You a woman. You would know if a man loved you.
I feel like he did. I feel like we had a very strong connection, but our circumstances were very unfortunate.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
New Year's.
New Year? Really? What was the conversation?
It wasn't much.
What did he say?
He don't want problems. He don't want trouble.
And that was it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not with me, so I don't know.
Did he tell you, hey, give me some time, and stuff like that?
I mean, he always said that. Like, when the things were hitting the fan, he told me just to be understanding and just constantly, he would say, just be understanding, like, what situation I'm in. So, I mean, the only thing I could say with the situation was his citizenship on the line.
Do you feel like when he get his citizenship, he gonna leave her for you?
I think that, as far as I'm concerned, that he has other interests in other parties.
Right. Do you now believe that you was a little delusional thinking that he was gonna take you anywhere?
Yeah.
You do? Because this is my thing, right? It's not just that you slept with this woman's husband. You slept with her husband. You went online and you played in her face. You didn't think about how it would make her feel.
She didn't think about how she destroyed my image and my reputation.
But you are married.
The community.
You're married. So you should have.
And it would never came out from me. No one would have ever found out about us.
That don't make it less painful for her.
No, it just makes it. I mean, this is a person who's very inclined to being blind. You've been blind before he came here.
Okay, so this is my thing, right? Regardless of how evil and how blind and how everything that
am I to blame for your man sleeping with me?
I'm not saying you are to blame.
Am
right?
I to blame? I can't take the blame. I can only take the responsibility of it in continuing in it.
Okay.
On my behalf, as far as my concern of my hurt, I can only take the blame of my hurt.
Right.
As far as in what you had going on in your home,
right.
My husband's fucking plenty of women right now, probably plenty of men. Who fucking knows? You understand what I'm saying? But I put myself in that position if that's what I wanted, because I no longer wanted my marriage. You, on the other hand, I don't know what your problem was. You had a clear understanding with your husband that he didn't want X, Y, and Z going on. You're messing with his reputation, blah, 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 blah. You decided to be the woman that you wanted to be, and you thought that it was going to be okay. You sent your man out there, not me.
No.
I can't take the blame for what
I understand
you
that,
did in your household.
I understand that, but I disagree. She did not send her man out there. She fought behind this man, regardless of how terrible people want to pin her. You are a woman. Think about it. You are married. You have kids.
Absolutely.
She fought behind this man. She support her career. She gave him like
Did
everything.
she support the career?
She did. She support her career. She brought him here.
Is that what you seen?
You understand me?
Is that what you seen? That's what you seen.
Okay, let's just go with what we're
but
seeing.
behind the scenes, was she supporting his career?
This is my thing. Regardless of what she did,
Regardless,
you saw this
you
woman with her
made sure
husband.
that you made sure your husband was well pleased and well happy, and you should have respected his commands from you, because as the head of the household and the woman that should be following her man, you should have respected his commands of you. If you would have respected your man and carried your household as the homemaker and the backbone and the support system for your household, you would never be in this situation. But you're going to constantly be in this situation until you're out of it. Because if it's not me, it's going to be another one. All this did was teach him how to be a better cheater.
Okay, so
how do you be a better man?
How do you keep your man from cheating? Because your man still cheating now. You just said he may be sleeping with men or women.
That's not my man, though.
You still call him your husband.
I'm legally
married. So it's a business for you.
It's a business for me.
You don't love him?
No. Not at all. My love been died.
What about the kids?
My kids? I love my kids.
You don't care that's their father?
I care for him to be successful.
Okay.
Not for him to be in my life. I care for you to be a prominent prospect in those kids' life, to make sure they have the opportunity to succeed.
Okay, so where do you and your husband stand right now?
We are on two different sides of the sea.
Where do you and Richman stand right now?
We are on the same guidelines.
As far as?
We are on two different sides of the sea.
So you guys no longer talk?
The fact that he can't be a man, you see, he don't say nothing.
So you're hurt that he's not being a man?
He don't say nothing.
If he come and apologize to you, will you take him back?
Fucking apology.
Will you take him back?
Fucking apology.
Will you take him back?
Fucking apology.
Yes, you will.
No, I don't know.
Do you still love him?
I don't know.
Do you still love Richman?
I don't know.
If Cece try to work things out and go 3 ways, would you ever have a threesome with Cece and Richman?
No.
You said?
Only because she lied on me.
She lied on you. What was the lie she told?
I would have respected her if she would have just kept it as, oh, she's a great nail tech, da-da-da-da.
What was the lie she told?
The lie was that I was extorting you.
You never blackmailed Cece?
No.
You and your husband never used the situation?
What he did, they had their own little party.
Okay.
Those 3 had their own little freaking party.
What was the party? You said they were friends.
I don't know. They having conversations
you said
outside
Richman
of me.
And your husband was friends. Let's talk.
At this time, the charges were already filed. The charges were filed on August 13th for defamation of images of another person. He was charged on the 15th. Me.
Okay.
When Richman went missing, I was the one who did the police report.
Where was he when he went missing?
Because he is the one who sent me the suicide note.
He sent you a suicide note?
He sent me a suicide note. That's
saying
what made me call the police. That basically this was God's way of dealing with him, and he would no longer be a history of whatever.
Were you scared that he was going to hurt himself?
Yeah.
Did you love him enough to save him?
I thought of the mind frame of any human being who has no citizenship, no paperwork, who has no financial security. You're not even controlling your finances. This is a person that's
Where were he when he went missing? Where were he when he went missing?
He wasn't with me.
He wasn't with you?
No.
Did you know where he was?
From what the police told me, he said that he just needed some time. So either he was with Zico or I don't know. Other little stories that go around say that he was with another woman that was pregnant and is probably had the baby already.
What's her name?
I guess Samantha.
Samantha? Fatu? Fatu in Philly? Mm-hmm. That's the Fatu that was talking about in Philly? Her husband is... Tell me about Fatu.
Yeah. That's the one. According, she was pregnant, and at the time I was pregnant, and she was further along than me, and it's a lot of stories. So I don't know what's
Did you
true.
feel like he cheated on you with Fatu?
It could be possible if he was cheating on his wife with me. What makes me think that he wouldn't do it with somebody else? But I don't understand how he had the time because I'm a whole lot to handle.
How did you find out Fatu was pregnant?
I didn't find out until after everything hit the fan in the social media, and then a month later, I
How-
found out that she was pregnant.
How many months?
She was supposed to be 3 months more than me, so she was 5, almost 8 months. But I never found out from anyone if it was true or not. And actually, she started following me, but when I reached out to her, she didn't say anything.
Wow.
I asked her about it. I'm like, are we both pregnant? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? She didn't say anything.
Wow. Did you ever see proof that he was messing with Fatu?
He told me that he wasn't messing with anybody else. That's what he told me.
How did you find out he was messing with Fatu?
Through the media, once everything hit the fan. But when we were dealing with each other, I asked him when I met the sugar mama that I thought was a sugar mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is this a sugar mama? Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing?
Okay.
I mean, I'm with it. If you're, you know what I mean? If you're
A
being
lot of
that
people-
type of man, then I'm with it. I mean,
A lot of people feel like you're trying to compare yourself to CC and stuff like that. They even see what the CC maintains star power, and you have star in your name.
I've always been known by Star.
Okay.
Like I said, I have a couple personalities. So when he met me, I was Star Dash.
Okay. And I would like to say thank you, and thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story, regardless of, my response or me being my head judgment and all that other stuff. Thank you
No matter
so
whose side
much.
you're on.
Yes, no matter. I'm not on anybody's side because I don't judge.
Yes.
Yeah, but thank you for coming on, and I really appreciate it.